Hey folks, my name is Mo Amir and this is Van Color, British Columbia's bona fide culture and politics TV talk show. We're gonna have fun tonight because my milkshake brings all the bears to the yard. No, seriously, a bear has taken over my yard and we'll talk about what I can do about it without getting mauled. Also, we're gonna put Gen Z on blast for being lazy because everyone says that they're lazy. But first, whether it's Hollywood A-listers or local TV personalities like Paul Haysom, we love our celebrities. But should we be turning to celebrities and influencers for self-care advice? Should I yell into a jar and seal it because Paul Haysom does it and I think he's cool? Here to discuss, a local legend who has interviewed her share of Hollywood A-listers. She is Fiona Forbes, and this is the Forbes Report. So, Fiona, I know that Paul Haysom is a big self-care influencer, but what is self-care?
I just want to know why he's screaming into a jar. I got to catch up. What is self-care? I mean, in all seriousness, that is a huge question because so many things fall under the umbrella. I think to sum it up, basically, it's little things that we do to make ourselves feel better and less stressed. Something that's not work usually for someone like yourself. Mm-hmm. Self-care might be doing the grouse grind on the regular, and I might say that's torture.
Sure.
But you be you, boo.
Thank you.
I prefer hot yoga, but self-care are those little things. Getting your nails done. Some people might go to the gym. It could be as simple as getting your finances in order, but I think for the purposes of our conversation today, we're going to stick with the biggest bucket when it comes to self-care, and that's beauty and wellness.
Okay. Now, should we be turning to celebrities for self-care advice, including beauty tips?
Well, I mean, that is a loaded question too, because I think it depends on where you're looking.
On which celebrity it is?
Yes, yeah. And what they're doing. I mean, when it comes to Gwyneth Paltrow, a lot of people can't stand her because they find her uppity. I commend her. She didn't want to act anymore. She started something called Goop and became a blogger before we even knew what bloggers were. And she's made $1 kabillion at it. And don't quote me on that number. But she started out with a little woo-woo website and everybody thought she was cuckoo. She did lose me at the vagina scented candle, but that's a whole other segment. And
you don't like those ones?
No, and I was looking at her website today, not for the candle, but people are talking about how to reinvent the department store. I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow is already doing it. You can get homeware, furniture, clothing, and the self-care products for sure.
But she got in trouble for some stuff too,
She has too. I mean, self-care, it's a funny thing. They're not giving you a prescription for thing, but will you blame the celebrity if it goes wrong? Absolutely. Say, you know, and Meghan Markle is another example. She chose to become an influencer instead of a princess, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around. But I did watch her reality series on Netflix with Love Meghan, and, you know, pasta recipes, cool. You can copy those off the television, but what she did is if you've seen the show, she did a little recipe for her house guests that was scented bath salts. She does the recipe putting Epsom salts and, you know, the aromatherapy,
those type of bath salts.
Yes,
to be
not
clear.
the other kind of bath salts people might be thinking of, the fragrant kind that help you relax, perhaps for self-care. She has what I think is a frivolous lawsuit of $10 million up against her for those bath salts.
Because someone is claiming they got burned.
They got
That's
burned
what the claim is.
Really badly. Yeah. They're diabetic. So that mixture of things, there's warnings for diabetics not to do that. Should Meghan's show have had a disclaimer? Maybe they do in the credits. I don't know. But the problem was, and what experts are saying, diabetic or not, she was not measuring the ingredients or giving a recipe. So for somebody like myself with sensitive skin, if I had followed what she said, it would have irritated my skin. Watching it, I was getting irritated.
You could have been part of that class action lawsuit, Fiona.
But I mean, that's what I mean. It just depends on what you're looking for. If you want a pancake recipe or jam, sure, Meghan Markle, follow what she's doing. But when it comes to making things like that could be toxic to you, you should be reading the labels.
So let's separate self-care advice specifically from influencers and influencers pushing trends. So they're not necessarily starting it. What do you think about that with influencers or celebrities jumping on beauty trends? Should we be following those? Because that's some good validation, right?
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to hair products and makeup, I follow them for sure because it's like the, back in the day when we had magazines, that's what we turned to magazines for, was to
Right.
get beauty tips. What's new? What's happening? And sure, I'll follow that stuff. But then when it becomes permanent self-care or beauty care, whatever you want to call it, that's where the danger zone is. I have done that before. We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
But for example, and there's a new trend which I'm actually applauding that's happened just in the past couple of weeks when it comes to permanent beauty trends. Kris Jenner, whoa, she all of a sudden looked half her age, literally. The best face. I thought that woman has gotten the best facelift I have ever seen. What did she do? She actually came out without anybody asking, saying, yeah, I did get a facelift. Here's my surgeon if you want to get one too. Fantastic. Good for her. But just like the magazines and the warnings we used to get about unattainable beauty, all of us don't have the means and the money that she does. We don't have access to the best plastic surgeon in the world, nor do we have the 6 figures it probably cost. So somebody might try and follow what she did and go to Tijuana and regret it for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
That's where it's problematic.
And I feel like it's worth mentioning that if a celebrity is pushing a specific product, maybe even a specific doctor, they might be getting paid to do so, or they might be getting some compensation on the side, right?
99% of the time, yes. Especially, and sometimes it's pretty sneaky and people don't realize it. Oh, this shirt I'm wearing, it's so great. A lot of you have been asking.
Yeah.
Where
Nobody's
asked. So I'm going to drop the link right down so you can find it right away. What that link is an affiliate link, and they're getting commission on what they're doing.
Yeah.
So whether it's makeup, hair products, clothing, what have you, yeah, be wary, because it's just like a car salesperson on commission. They're pushing the product to get paid too.
Totally.
So it's bottom line
we just
is money.
have a couple minutes left, but you teased this story of something that you learned the hard way. I need to hear about this. What happened?
This is the cautionary tale.
Okay.
I'll make it quick.
Sure.
Because my eyebrows get more hate mail than anything I've ever done in my entire life. In the 90s, I tried to be like Pamela Anderson, like a lot of women did, with the eyebrows, and plucked them into little McDonald's arches. I used to have Brooke Shields' giant eyebrows, so I plucked them off. Also took a razor repeatedly right here. And then about 10 years ago, something called microblading came. It was on vogue. All of a sudden, you could microblade your eyebrows back on, and it was semi-permanent. If anybody ever tells you that a tattoo is semi-permanent, they are lying.
It's permanent.
I have makeup on right now because I'm currently, I also didn't know that if you mix inks and go to different people to get them touched up, because you do have to get them touched up, mixing the inks will make them turn blue.
Wow.
What's under this makeup is blue eyebrows that I'm currently trying to get the microblading removed, and it's very expensive and the most painful thing I've ever done.
Oof.
As beauty-wise. So that's a cautionary tale of following a permanent trend. My eyebrows,
really is,
currently
yeah.
trying to grow them back with Latisse.
Yeah.
I'll report back. I want to have eyebrows like you, no joke. That's what women want. But we plucked them off in the 90s and we can't get them back. So
Yeah.
that's my cautionary tale. Beauty trends, be careful who you follow, because that was an influencer thing that I did follow.
10 seconds or less. Is there such thing as too much self-care?
100%. And that's because it's big business. We're lambasted by influencers on social media every day. And you can guarantee that all those influencers are making a dime off of you. So buy with caution, I guess.
Absolutely. Fiona, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your vulnerability to share that story. Thank you so much.
Don't send any more hate mail to my eyebrows.
Please don't. Yeah.
I hate them too.
Folks, she is Fiona Forbes. Don't send her hate mail. That's terrible. Also, if you're looking for really good self-care advice, please email Paul Haysom. Now, after some business, is Gen Z lazy? Our resident Zoomer, people call her the next Paul Haysom. Nina Savage will defend her generation's honor up next.